Alright, what's up, y'all? It's me back with another video. I know it's been a really long time, but today I'm just gonna give you guys an update on basically everything that I have going on. Actually today I think I hit a year exactly being out of AIT, so I've been at my first duty station for exactly 1 year now. So I'll just kind of tell you guys, like, what's happening as far as, like, promotions, re-enlisting potentially, or, basically an update video. So I'll start off with, like, my first year in the military overall. It's been okay, honestly. Like, I don't know if I said this in one of my prior videos, but I think this is honestly probably one of the simplest jobs I've ever had. So, like, before I joined, obviously I was having, if you go way back, I was having, like, financial issues, I guess you could say. So I had graduated college, and, like, the jobs just weren't coming. Like, I wasn't able to support myself on the income that was being offered at entry-level positions straight out of college. So it just wasn't working. So I joined the military, and all of those problems are not existing. Like, in the military, things you should never have to worry about is where you're going to sleep, whether you're going to have food on the table, and whether you'll have a job. You don't have to worry about getting fired or anything like that. I mean, obviously, unless you, like, break the law or whatever. And even then, like, So, yeah, I mean, I would say overall, it's been pretty decent. I mean, there are obviously highs and lows of every career, but it's really simple. You just go to work, do your job, right time, right place, right uniform, pass your PT test. It's kind of simple. But yeah, as far as, like, promotion stuff, being that I came in as a specialist, I have to wait. So I'll hit my waiver zone. I already hit my waiver zone this month. On March 1st, I became eligible to attend the promotion board with waiver, which is 17 months in time and service. So for those of you who are not 42 alphas, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about from when I start talking about forms and stuff. But basically, my name comes out on a triple alpha 294 every month, and up until the third duty day of March, it's been saying not eligible for promotion because of time and service / time and grade, because I didn't have enough time and service. So now I am eligible to go to the board with waiver. My company commander circled yes for me to go to the promotion board this month. However, I'm not going to be here because in exactly a week's time, I'll be heading back to Fort Jackson to go to the Executive Administrators course, which is Echo 3 ASI for 42 alphas. It's one of the two ASIs. Well, there probably are actually more, but one of the two main ASIs that you can go get as a 42 alpha. And yeah, so to be at Fort Jackson for 3 weeks, I'll be going to the same place that I graduated AIT from, except instead of Delta Company, I'll be staying in Echo Company with the MOSTs and the people who were getting Fox 5 trained and whatnot. So yeah, so probably when I get back from school, which is like a month later, then I'll go to the promotion board. Hopefully I'll get a go, and just wait for a BLC date, and then, depending on what points are looking like, I might get promoted by the end of the year. Who knows? I'm hoping so. I really want to get promoted before I leave Fort Benning, just because the unit that I'm in now, this is where I want to go to the board. I'm not even gonna cap it. It's and also I'm the recorder for the promotion board, so, like, I kind of know what's coming, So yeah, and I actually went to the Soldier of the Month board in February, and I did win. So I have a little bit of experience going to the board here. So yeah, when I get back from school, I'll probably go. Now, as far as re-enlisting, my re-enlistment window opened a couple of months ago, and I wanted to talk to the retention NCO, just to see what was out there. And he was basically like, for 42 alphas, E4, E5, like, you can pretty much go anywhere you want, And for me, I want to travel. Like, I just got back from Germany like 3 weeks ago, just for fun. Like, went on a personal trip out to Germany. Like, I love to travel and see new places. So I knew for sure I wanted to go to Oconus. So I gave my top 3, which was the Caribbean area, Africa, or Italy. And at the time, I was like, yeah, I want the shortest re-enlistment possible. So I really didn't want to do more than 2 years. But they came back, they said, I can do Honduras, I can do Africa, and I can do Italy. So all 3 options that I gave them were open. Honduras was I think it's minimum 2-year re-enlistment, because the tour is 1 year long. But in that, like, there are certain restrictions when you get stationed in Honduras, and I really won't go too much into that, but like basically there's like curfews. You can't leave the post without a battle buddy, just because of, like, it can kind of be a dangerous area to be in. So that kind of like took that one off my list, because like anybody who knows me is like, I really don't like to be like, feel like I'm trapped as far as that. Like, if the weekend hits and I want to, go explore something, like, I have to leave with a battle buddy, like, no. So I scratched Honduras off. Africa was, I think, a minimum 2 or 1, because the tour is 1 year. So that was an option. And then they told me that I could get Italy without going airborne, which is like exactly what I wanted, but I had to re-enlist for 4 years, which is like, way more time. But because I have a year left on my current contract, if I re-enlist for 4 years, it's really only an additional 3 years, because it starts now. So the next year would be served like kind of consecutively, if that makes sense. I don't know if it doesn't make sense, comment down below. But basically, I will only be doing 3 additional years of that 4, because the 1 year is already in my first contract left. I still have a year left on my current contract, and like, I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm just confusing you guys, but so I picked Italy. And I'm actually re-enlisting tomorrow. So yeah, it should be cool. I'm trying to do it in a very interesting place. I want to do some crazy stuff for my re-enlistment, so I have a lot of things working right now. If it works, maybe I'll upload a video or whatever, or some pictures. But basically, I want to do it in a river on top of some paddle boards, so that should be dope. But yeah, Italy, 3 years. I have to stay on Fort Benning for another year, and then I'll PCS to Italy. People are like, keep telling me every time I tell them that I'm re-enlisted for Italy, like, oh, the coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. But like, I really don't think it'll be an issue a year from now. Like, these things happen, viruses, flus, like stuff like that. Like, I'm really not concerned about it. And if a year out from now, everybody in Italy is a zombie, then, they're going to have to give me a duty station of my choice, because that's what I re-enlisted for, and it's in my contract. So, and if that happens, then I'll deal with that whenever that comes about. So yeah, re-enlisting tomorrow for 4 years for duty station Italy. I kind of forgot about this, but I'll give a little bit of insight. I didn't say anything about like how life is personally. I said like professionally, like work is, it's 42 off. It's just desk work, whatever. But as far as like personal life, as far as this first year, it's kind of an adjustment. I will say that making friends or like relationships or dating or whatever in the military is kind of, it's easy, but at the same time it's difficult, because like it's easy because there's so many other young people in the military, and they're all in the same place, if that makes sense. Like, they're all on post. But it's kind of hard because, with the military, people are always moving. So it's like, when I got here, I made a couple friends, but, within 6 months, they had all either PCS'd or got out. So that's kind of difficult. I mean, it's not difficult, but it is what it is. And dating is kind of the same thing. It's like, there are so many, like, stupid things that you have to think about. Well, should think about, as far as, like, can you even date this person? As far as, like, rank, like, position, things like that. Like, so yeah. And then it's like, you might meet a person and they're really dope, but I know I'm not going to be in Fort Benning in a year, and this person has 3 more years left here. Like, what's really the point in, you know? So, like, that part kind of sucks. As far as family time, I'm the kind of person where, like, I left my parents' house, like, immediately upon entering college, like, and I'm not really, like, the type of person that, like, needs to talk to my mom every day, or, you know, I really speak to her maybe, like, once a month. So, like, the distance thing is not really, like, an issue for me, but for others, that might be a rough adjustment. Like, people who are used to being around family, like, if you just graduated high school, this is your first time away from home, like, that might be an adjustment, but for me, it's kind of, like, not really. So, yeah. And for anybody who, speaking of leave, for any of you guys who had the opportunity to take block leave right after basic or AIT or whatever, I would just think about how many days you're gonna take. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that's somebody's dog or duck or something. I don't know, but think about how many days you're gonna take, because I graduated basic and then I took like 2 weeks of leave, and at that point I'd only been in for 3 months, so it put me in the negative like 11 days or something like that. And it took me a really long time to get to a point where I had enough leave days where I was comfortable taking leave. Like, I literally went a whole year without taking any leave at all. So like, no days off, no going home, no nothing. So like, think about that. If you guys are, you know, basic or AIT and they're like trying to make you take 2 weeks, they cannot make you take leave. So if you have the opportunity to maybe stay, I know that's kind of rough, but, or just go straight to your duty station, I would think about that, because it took me a really long time to pay back those leave days. And then on top of that, to just build up enough to where I feel comfortable traveling and to still have some days, you know, saved up. I don't think I really have any other updates. As far as anything, re-enlisting, promotions, yeah, I don't really have anything else, man. But like, if you guys have any questions or anything, you can just leave them down below. And as you can see, I pretty much get to everyone's questions, so yeah.